Look at this, right? John Poole. Here stood the first framed house in Sandy Bay, Rockport, built in 1700 by the second settler, John Poole. He built the first sawmill, the bridge, and the vessel in this settlement and furnished the lumber used in building Long Wharf, Boston, in 1710. Right? So all the people who landed here in this land way before America was founded, long way before, right? Didn't have any of these ideas of crossing the border without crossing borders. And well, when they first came here, they just landed on the beach. The First Nation people did not challenge them, or they got challenged with the gunpowder. So there's no difference today, is it? Or is there a difference? Well, there might be a difference. Well, that could be extremely different difference, because what would you normally challenge on? The ideals that the forefathers, they were skilled entrepreneurs. They were looking for different ways to improve their lives and what was not available to them at the time. Now you go down to the DIY store and everything is actually shown how to do it. Anyway, got distracted, shooting from the hip now. Silly Sharon, talking nonsense because nobody's questioning me. You want to question? That's a good little setup. Sit down and have a chat in the afternoon when your stomach is full. Otherwise, you didn't have the chance to sit out on the portico or the veranda to be able to look the world go by. Right? You had to keep doing to earn a living. Today is the same thing. Anyway, still distracted with my nonsense. So the first settlers were skilled, they were risk takers, they step out of their comfortable arenas, or should I say life, and explore the new possibilities they had here on this land, risking their lives. First, by having to encounter the First Nation Americans who was here in this land before the Europeans left their land in desperation. And it's a similar, you can argue, it's a similar desperation now that they're fleeing their land and coming through the southern border or northern border or many other ways. It's not because that they want to. It is because their people who are at the top have decided that they live well and the remainder pays a price or work for them for nothing. And that has caused a tremendous hardship across the planet, and it hasn't changed. And they're losing the skilled workers as well as the criminals, I should say. But there's more criminals now leaving and coming to Europe and England and Australia and elsewhere and America. Oh, drive-through institution for savings. It's nicely set up. I love it. So, yeah. So when you have all of this aberrancy going around the world, where those people have left and kind of come run away to see a better life on this one, and then leaving their population in desperation and utter turmoil. Is it good? Is it right for you to then discuss and talk about what you're doing and how the people have been affected and neglected? No. I love this water pump here, look. Philip Bradley. So you would keep pumping to water for the horses. Bum, bum, bum. The old water pump, folks. Look, it's made out of wood. Our forefathers have come to realize ways to actually exist in this barren and most hospitable land. Or hospitable land. And should I say hospitable in the sense of its hospitality or hostility? In many ways, I would say this was for the horses, but today it's a flower bed. The times that we live is what we have to always refer to our lives. Not the history, not what was or what could be or what should have been. It is what it is now, and that's all you've got. Anyway, what it is now. There is no tomorrow, there is just now, today. This moment in time is what is so relevant. Everything else is made up in your head to twist you in many ways that it is not relevant for your existence, nor for the existence of the other. Now I'm lost. Which way do I go?